welcome to the Revenge of Podcast, the weekly podcast where we talk about all things revenge of and more. My name is Jeff Iser. Sitting directly in front of me is Miss Coral Breeden.
Hello, hello.
And sitting next to me is Miss Joe Myers.
Howdy, howdy.
JK, it's Mister. We don't misgender around here. Anyway, we've had a hell of a week. We've got a podcast now. We've got people listening to it. It's a whole goddamn brand new world.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, people are going to hear what we're saying, so we better think twice. JK, I would never do that. But we did just have our very exciting 2-year anniversary weekend, which was ambitious. How do I say? Shit show of an idea.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a shit show. It went really well. But we were open for 36 hours straight, and needless to say, it got a little loopy in there.
Yeah, it got a little wild.
Yeah. I think I was there for 27 of the 26 hours. Or
Oh,
36
shit.
hours.
Really?
Maybe.
I don't even remember.
It was like 6 hours that I wasn't there. Personally. I don't know. Anyway, it was like one big, it felt like a slumber party at some point, and like it felt like we were all like I was saying this on the stream, I think it felt like we were on a sinking ship, but like not like in a bad way. Like we're all stuck in this ship that's sinking. I said it was like similar. It must have been how the people felt on that submarine.
Okay.
You know, like, well, we're going to implode.
Might as well have a good time, yeah.
Might as well have some fun.
Do you think that's how that went down?
I would.
All
I
the
mean,
pressure gauges going off, and
they were
I would-
looking at each other like, well,
I would love to know those final, like, 30, give me 30 seconds before they turn into jelly. Like, I need to know.
they were fucking for sure.
oh,
That's what you're doing with your final 30 seconds in a submarine?
I mean, who's to say what I would personally do with my final
wasn't
30
there a
seconds?
father and son in there?
Well, they weren't fucking each other.
Well, you
No,
don't know where
but
they're
I
from.
mean, right, because they closed the door.
Yeah.
I thought the father was on there, and then the son went to like a Blink-182 concert the next day.
No, it was one of the other son. Oh, no. It was. There was a father on there, and then this one of the son. Yeah, well, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There was a father-son pair on the thing also.
Ooh.
I know.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so bad. What was your favorite part of the evening, Coral? And you can feel free to say the 5 a.m. pump.
Fuck you for that. Honestly, I think it was Lee. Coffee Lee.
Oh, Coffee Lee was so excited.
Just him slinging coffee for everyone. I thought that was just precious. He's having a great time.
People at like 11 were like, when's Coffee getting here? And I was like, it's getting here at 12. And he showed up. I mean, it was like the scene at midnight in there was like beyond my expectations, like completely. I didn't expect that many people to show up, and I didn't expect the level of energy that was in there at midnight. Like it was
Electric?
It was electric,
boogie,
baby. I could feel it in my loins. No, but Stern Pinball was there interviewing us, which was fun. And then like they were just looking around like, holy, what's going on here? Like when we did the reveal for Jaws, like we were kind of, I was kind of like, oh, whatever. Like people have seen it. So I wasn't super, I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be as big of a deal. But then when I was doing the live stream, people like had their phones out. Everyone was like
there's
filming.
like 50 people in there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Nice.
There was more than 50 people. There was like 100 people in there.
Really? I'm bad at math.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
was crazy.
72 people signed up.
Yeah.
For a 2 a.m. tournament, that was incredible.
Yeah.
I thought for sure maybe like we'll cap at 20, and then it just kept going and going, and I was like, I am nervous. Like someone finally hit 69, and I was like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Nice.
Yeah, the Brain Dead tournament that we did, the pinball tournament, that was like our highest turnout up until now, and that was like 62 people. So the 72 people for 2 a.m. was like crazy, and that 2 a.m. tournament went all the way until 8 a.m. And then the 5 a.m. tournament, we had 52 people sign up,
Amazing.
which was also crazy. But everyone was like loopy and weird, and you know. they were
So
all
are we doing
troopers.
this every weekend now?
You know,
Once a month.
if I was younger, maybe. Like I remember at one point in the night, like super tired, and I was like, man, like in our 20s, we used to like do this at work, but like hungover and or drunk. Like, how did we get through? Like, I don't know if you know this about like the television industry, but all those like debaucherous stories you hear, like in the news and like in other, it's all true.
Oh, great.
All of it.
It was.
It was not anymore because, like, you know,
People died.
People died. But like all the drugs and the boinking and all that stuff and the party and like that was all of that happened back in the day for sure. And like somehow we managed to like get ourselves out of bed and like work. And I don't know, I'm sober now, and like I was just sitting there thinking like, my God, I would never if I was hungover right now.
No, for sure. It was like 3 a.m. and I was like, this is about usually the time where I'd be in a bathtub covered in my own shit. Like, what the hell?
Missing a kidney.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not that old, but still, I just don't think I can hang anymore like that.
Yeah, I think probably 80 to 90% of the people in the pinball tournaments though were older than you.
For sure.
So I'm just saying you have no excuse. But yeah, it was fun. What was your favorite night, Joe, or part?
Ooh, you know what? I was really stoked when Jerry got there. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people turned out to get their stuff signed and pick up some books. And Jerry showed up having already done an event earlier in the day. And he and his son just like hung out, had a great time.
Yeah.
He was like slinging sodas with Kenzie.
That was pretty hilarious.
Such a nice guy.
I forgot that Jerry, I mean, I didn't forget. Like at the moment, I forgot that he was going to be there until I saw him. And then I was like, oh, fuck, we got to get this going now, too.
It was more of a like, oh, shit, that's already happening.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, come here. And then I just put him behind the counter. And then like all of a sudden there was like a line of people that wanted stuff signed, which he wasn't even expecting that. Honestly, he was like, whatever, if somebody wants anything signed, I'll just be there. And yeah, it was pretty funny because he was just like at the counter with Kenzie and he was like handing drinks to Kenzie as people were ordering them. But it was like, yeah, it was a real vibe in there. Tons of people that had never been there before, which I thought was bizarre.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah. Like, how did you know to come now? Like some people showed up at like 4 a.m. You're like, where? They're just walking by. There was like, that place says it's open.
Well, I think Chrissy said that she's in a big group message with some pinball folk, and that there was like, I don't know, there's like 50 something people in there, and they were all talking about it. So thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you, Chrissy. Shout out to our radio friend. We had KCRW there too.
Yeah.
They interviewed us. They interviewed Coral at the very end of her shift, where she was like not even making words out of her mouth.
Danny, I am so sorry for that.
Yeah.
Because I know it was weird. She like asked me a question, put the mic to me, and I just looked at her, and she was like, hello? And I was like, what did you just say? She said, what are you thinking about? I said, pancakes. IHOP. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Pancakes.
I'm pretty sure there was somebody asleep wrapped in a blanket on the picnic table behind me.
Oh wow.
It's like real trooper.
That's pretty cool.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Since I wasn't on the overnight, I wasn't there for like the real wee hours.
Yeah.
What were some of the hacks people were using to like stay awake and
Oh my god. Well, we blew through like all of the soda and the coffee.
yeah.
And it was a lot of that. I don't know. Lee was serving coffee till like 2 a.m.
Woo.
I think actually he might have been there longer.
He was definitely there longer because
Yeah,
I
he
left
was.
around 2 and y'all were just getting started.
Yeah. And then I busted out the cold brew juggums around like 6 or something. I don't remember. I don't know. I can't speak to what anyone else was doing, but there was a 5 a.m. pump with Coral, which we publicized greatly. And then she was like, I don't know.
What the fuck do you want me to do with 2 kettlebells? And it wasn't 3 because one of them was holding up the tent outside. And you give me the size of a phone booth. You know, it's all right.
It's true. Like, I don't know. It worked out. It basically was just Coral sitting on a weight bench watching people do push-ups.
That's what it looked like on the socials.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, baby.
I think Chrissy busted out like 30. Good for you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Terrible form. But,
I personally, my stay awake hack was that I would just walk from one room to the next over and over again, and it just kept me going. Every time I sat down, I was like, "Uh-oh." So I'd get back up and I'd walk around some more. That was all I did all night long.
Yeah.
But yeah, are we gonna do that again? Yeah, for sure. When? I don't know. We can't do it. I don't know. We'll see. It was a big, like, I think so many things aligned perfectly for it to make sense, like with the Jaws, drop and like our pinball league finals and like all these things. It just kind of made sense to make it this like long thing. It really worked out. But it didn't, like I was thinking about it the last couple days, and like it didn't feel like, it didn't really drag much, except maybe at like the 7 to 8 a.m. hours or 8 to 9 a.m. hours. But like for the most part, it felt like there was something happening like constantly, you know, and there was people everywhere. People needed stuff. People were buying things constantly. I mean, the back issue sale started at 5 and people showed up at 5 and they were like going through the back. It was crazy.
That is crazy.
People be out here, you know?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Anyway, let's never talk about the 2 year
back
thing
issues.
again. I'm done.
Oh, that and Saltburn. Off the list
Saltburn and
forever.
2 year weekend, over it. You know what we should talk about now, though? Moon Man, Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
What?
Mr. Cutter.
Yeah.
The Cutters.
The Cuddy.
The Cudi. Yeah, we're doing that. We just released the RSVPs today.
Yeah.
And we're actually recording the podcast much later than normal. We're recording on a Wednesday instead of a Monday because...
Why is that?
Well, the thing is sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure why, but sometimes my lips decide to swell to like 5 to 10 times their normal size, and it makes it really hard for. It looks awesome.
It does.
It's great.
It
It's a
looks
good
cool.
visual.
Like I said, if you watch Monsters Inc. out there, he looks just like Fungus from
Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
If-
It's fantastic.
For all the podcast fans out there, if you are so inclined, you can send us a DM and maybe I'll send you a picture of these lips if you want to see them.
we could actually put them in the show notes if you really wanted to.
No, we won't go that far.
feel like-
You'll have to ask for it.
We'll put fungus in there then.
That is someone's favorite time of the month. It has to be.
Yeah, oh,
You're very popular.
Yeah, I look like a blow up doll though. I'm like, oh. But yeah, so that happened on Monday. So anyway, we're recording Wednesday. But we put out the RSVPs today for the Kid Cudi event, and they went in like
30 minutes.
Yeah, it took 30 minutes, but had we not had issues at the beginning, it probably would have been 15 minutes would have been my guess. But yeah, I had to jump on the live and try to like calm the masses. Coral was on there for a little bit.
Yeah, I got some DMs going that said the site crashed for a second.
Yeah, it did.
It did. It took a minute to get back.
Oh, it was like, I mean, I think there was like 1,000 people jumped on there like at once.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, though.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
If you didn't get your ticket, sorry, but
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I was telling Shay and John, I was like, some of these people never waited in line for Yeezys in 2017, and it's showing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is nothing. All right, you know. But anyway, that event's coming up. It struck me also. We're gonna record another episode before that event, so we're not gonna be able to talk about the event after the event. It's whatever. We'll be all out of sync.
I mean,
but-
we do kind of have the capacity, little table talk. We do have the capacity to record something there if we wanted to.
Yeah.
A little interview with the three of them, maybe.
Sure, why not?
If we've got time.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be oodles. Goodles.
Ooh, I do love my goodles.
Loodles.
The Gal Gadoodles. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We're getting excited for that one. It's gonna be fun. Whatever. We'll get through it.
Yeah.
And then we put out the February calendar today too, and it's like smooth sailing, baby.
I was surprised.
It's easy.
I saw that post and I was like, oh, fuck, what do we have to do? And I'm like,
Yep.
oh, okay. We're
Yeah,
chilling.
super easy. Super easy, baby.
For now.
yeah.
Until we decide to complicate it for ourselves.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, you know what the most exciting thing is that's actually not on that calendar?
But
Spawn Season 2.
it is on the
book
calendar.
club.
Yeah, it's on there.
Well, it's on that it's starting in March.
Yeah.
But that means signups are going to happen in February.
Yeah. I know people are pumped about it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people when I mentioned it on the stream last night. It was like people were like, "Okay."
Are you going to watch the movie, though?
I did watch the movie. I saw that shit
Well,
in the
With
theater.
everybody.
I
Okay,
kind of feel
oof.
like a screening might be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe
Maybe we should do an Idiots.
a Vidiot screening it, but yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Why not? Right? Why not? All right. There is one thing I wanted to talk about. So now that we're famous podcasters and we have so many fans, so Coral especially is getting a lot of love. I think mostly because like you're a big part of the show. You're a third of the show.
I have to start my SWA support group.
Yeah, your Small Wrist Association.
Small Wrist Anonymous.
Small Wrist Anonymous.
do you all wear masks to that? Like, how does
Don't-
that work?
Don't worry about it.
Gloves.
You're not invited. Look at the size of those.
I've got pretty thin wrists. They are thicker than yours, though, I think we
Okay,
determined.
anyways, what are you saying?
Anyway, now that we're all famous podcasters, Coral already has fans out there, and she was actually contacted by some people to bring her some merch for UFC because she's such a big deal now. But I think that since she's got so many fans, we should come up with a name for her fan group. You know,
Mm.
so I've got a list of things that we could maybe workshop.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so the first one I thought was like kind of simple, but choralers,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Okay.
like carolers, but
Yeah.
choralers.
Well, yeah, I got it.
Okay, so that's like an easy one. And I only have 3 here, so feel free to like add to the list once I get through mine. But the second one, I was thinking, so your name is Coral Breeden, right? I was thinking breeders.
Breeders. Oh, okay.
No, I mean whatever. That's we're workshopping it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're not
yeah,
bad. They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Okay,
It's,
and then the last one, which I kind of like, and this was hard for me. I'm usually pretty good at coming up with some like silly things like this, but I wanted this to really mean something. And this one, I think, is probably the best one because it's like, I don't know. You tell me. Reefers,
that was my first
You know,
thought. Yeah.
because
not
it's like coral reef, right?
Yeah.
But then like reefer,
Yeah.
but so reefers. So all you reefers out
You're
there,
really
you
proud of that.
You know, I kind of like it. It's not bad.
that
but,
was
you
that
know.
was pretty good
Okay.
out
Yeah.
of the 3 of them.
yeah, you don't like breeders.
I'm gonna say no.
Did you get tortured with that name at all in high school?
Yeah, it was oral coral. What do you mean?
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh no.
That's still what we're calling you, though. That's not
Fuck you.
fair. Molly's like, "Yo, oral coral,
I know.
get over here,
Get your ass in here.
get on your knees."
Whoa.
No, the last name, Jesus.
Oh, breeding?
Yeah.
Yeah. In basketball, they would like make me a sign that said "Get your breed on,"
Oh.
and then they weren't allowed to hold it up anymore.
Oh,
For obvious
because you were
reasons.
breeding everybody.
That's fucking right. All those little corals just walking
Oh,
around.
good damn. All right. Well, did I miss any names there? Do you think? I was trying to think of something like a word that you could interject coral into, but it's really hard. I was like, corollary? That doesn't work.
Corollary? I can't even say that.
Yeah, I know you can't. That's the other thing. That's why reefers make this the most sense.
It's pretty cool.
Anyway, if you're a reefer out there, feel free to send fan mail and or merch and certainly food.
If you're listening on Spotify, you can actually send us an audio recording.
Ooh,
do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
That's fun. Did you guys see Private Parts, the Howard Stern movie?
I have seen private
I have
parts.
No, you haven't? You have? You
No,
remember
I
that?
just in general, I've seen private parts.
Oh, okay, cool. But did you see the movie where Howard Stern plays himself?
No.
No? There's this part where he's like becoming the shock jock or whatever that this lady calls in and he gets her to sit on the speaker and then he just goes You know what I'm talking about?
No, she sits on the speaker.
She sits on the speaker at home while she calls into the radio and then he just like into the mic.
I love that. Maybe I should watch that.
You should watch it. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, Howard Stern, all the people play themselves. It's pretty funny. It's based on his autobiography.
Oh.
Okay. Speaking of which, perhaps we should move along then.
I didn't say anything.
All right, whatever. Let's talk about Oscar nominations. What do you think about them? Coral, you first.
Ooh, me. They're so important. I honestly can't tell you 2 shits about that. The only thing I've been hearing is, I guess people were pissed off about the Barbie thing.
Yeah.
So obviously we have to talk about that.
Yeah.
But then Ryan Gosling posted that nice message and said
Yep.
there's no Ken without Barbie, no Barbie without Greta.
Mm-hmm.
They still ain't nominated. So, but thank you for the
Yeah.
kind words, I guess.
Yeah, Ryan's like, whatever, I'm nominated. I'm
Yeah,
good.
he's still showing up for to sing Knuff or whatever it
Knuff.
is.
Yeah.
I'm still Ken.
Yeah. How many of the Best Picture nominees have you seen?
What are the best picture nominees?
I'm glad you asked. American Fiction,
Mm-mm.
Anatomy of a Fall,
Mm-mm.
Barbie,
Yes.
The Holdovers,
No.
Killers of the Flower Moon,
Not yet.
Maestro,
I'm doing the best I can. No.
Oppenheimer,
Mm-mm.
Past Lives,
No.
Poor Things.
No.
Emma Stone gets slammed out in that one. You should
She
probably
gets...
see it.
Ooh, okay.
The Zone of Interest. Yeah, you definitely haven't seen that
How
one.
many of those have you seen?
How many? Like half.
5.
I would
Oh.
say. Yeah, half. Exactly half.
Yeah.
But I have intentions to see the other half.
Okay.
Except for Zone of Interest. I have little to no interest.
Have you watched the trailer yet? I
No.
haven't actually seen a
I
trailer
don't
yet.
even know. Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
It's about people who lived outside of a concentration camp, I think.
Oh,
Right.
So it's a comedy.
It's a light fare.
Yeah,
for sure.
cool. Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, we've seen about half of them. There, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of bummer this year. A lot of bummers, other than Barbie.
Which is
everything.
kind of a bummer, though.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Barbie, and I saw. I know Joe's rolling his eyes at me. I saw another. I saw a gay online earlier today that had a hot take about it too, saying the Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling's performances aren't exactly like Oscar-worthy performances by any means, but the fact that Ryan Gosling got nominated, and not Margot Robbie, is kind of the bigger issue, I think.
Yeah.
And America Ferrera, like her performance is not great at all.
Hers is the straightest of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like hers is the one that, yeah. The fact that Ryan got nominated and Margot did not is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because his performance is absolutely nothing without Margot's.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I wasn't as like blown away by it as most people. I do think the most award-worthy thing of the movie is the Billie Eilish song, personally.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't care.
Molly would be mad if I disagree. So yes.
What does Molly think about Barbie?
She loved it.
Yeah.
She like cried halfway through that, and I was like, bitch, suck it up. Just kidding. I didn't say that. But no, I did think it was weird that Ryan Gosling said he wouldn't let his kids watch Barbie.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I didn't do that.
he said that he's just like, he doesn't think it's appropriate for them at this age to watch it. And I think they're like almost teenagers. So I thought that was just kind of odd. He said he doesn't want them to see his dad play someone like that.
Interesting.
And I'm like, you just have on like a fur vest with your chest out. Like, what else?
He'd rather they watch Drive.
Place Beyond the Pines or something.
Half Nelson.
Yeah.
Where he's the heroin addicted teacher.
Blue Valentine.
Laura's and the Real Girl. Did you ever see that one?
No.
That's where he has a real girl, a real doll,
sex doll.
and he like it's like his girlfriend.
No, I don't think I've seen a lot of his movies. Like, I think Place Beyond the Pines was like one of the first ones I watched with him.
That's a very weird first one. Okay, sure.
What do you mean? It's a good movie. There's a lot going on.
You never saw Murder by Numbers?
Mm-mm.
You ever saw the Mickey Mouse Club?
No.
That's not a movie.
That's a movie.
I'm just asking. God.
And Coral's definitely not old enough to have seen the Mickey Mouse Club.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, Murder by Numbers with Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, he was like the killer in it. He was like
Spoilers.
a teenager.
I know. Now I can't. I won't even watch it. You told me.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry.
Was that the prequel to True Detectives?
Stupid. We're watching a lot of True Detective right now, so we're like really in it. Did you watch that yet? Season 4?
No. I watched like a true crime documentary.
Which one?
American Nightmare.
Oh, we started watching it. That's the one where the girl goes missing and then she's all gone girl.
Kidnapped.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, we started watching episode 2 and then I was like, I don't know.
Because they look like they're really bad actors, like the girl and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the more you watch it, you're just like, oh, fuck. And then the ending is just crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was a cop in Dublin, California, that she was like going through case after case trying to like compare. And she's the one that actually like found her and found out everything, which was fucked up because then she realized that they could have been found that day instead of, a week later.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. It's good. You should watch it.
Yeah, I do want to watch it. We're on this True Detective kick right now, and we just started season 1 because we've never seen it. So we're watching that right now. But I don't know. I feel I'm still like in a bit of a fog from the weekend, which we shall not talk about anymore.
You literally just brought it up.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
What have you done to decompress from all that?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, my lips blew up real big, so that was cool. Nothing really. I mean, we did the stream last night, ate Taco Bell. I don't know.
Just no decompression.
No decompression whatsoever. What about you?
Oh, I took 2 edibles and hopped in a bubble bath.
But to be fair, that's your decompression for everything.
Well, I decompress a lot.
Yeah.
What kind of edibles?
I don't know what they're called. They're night edibles.
The night ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they're called Wild.
Oh, Wildberry or whatever. Wild.
They have
WYLD.
Yeah, they have like a CBN factor in it. It's just I'm chilling.
I can't do that stuff. It gives me a headache.
It gives me the opposite.
It gives me a headache. It makes me paranoid. Roll your eyes all you want. Whatever.
God, you're just not doing it right.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to just stick to my water and caffeine.
The last time you took edibles.
What was that?
It's been a long time, but you ended up like hugging a post in the backyard for 15 minutes.
That's true.
You
That
should-
did happen.
I want to take edibles now. We should do that for the next podcast.
No, it's not good for me. I get weird. Not a good way.
That was with good friend Justin.
I did
if
eat
remember.
I ate a space cake once in Amsterdam, which this was before it was all legal here, you know, so it was like novel. But they have these like you can go to they call them coffee shops there, and you can get like a cupcake basically, and they call them space cakes. And I ate a whole one, like fuck it, let's just go, you know. And it was rough because like it hit at me, and then I was on this like train. Joe and I were like on a train, and I was like hugging the thing, like, oh my god.
Why
and
is
then
that your go-to?
I don't know, because I get all whoopy.
It just feels like he's falling.
Yeah, and then we got out in some like there's like a town square there, and it was just like the most bizarre. It was awful, and it lasted a very long time. I would not recommend it unless Coral. You'd probably enjoy it. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
No.
Have you been out of the country?
I went to Mexico.
Oh, where like TJ?
I can't even tell you. I went to the part that's closest to Florida. This is a fun story.
Oh,
Puerto Vallarta?
Someone with a C. Y'all know I can't pronounce shit. But I actually got stranded there for 3 weeks.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah. I ended up testing positive for COVID.
oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
And which really sucks is I thought I was like in the best shape of my life. I was feeling great. Not only go to the gym so I can take a cool photo for the summer.
We know,
course.
we know.
But yeah, they wouldn't let me leave. And I probably spent like $300 on COVID tests because
my
I was like, you're
God.
lying, you're lying, you're lying. And then turns out I could have just gave the tester $300 and he would have let me
it's
go.
Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm also stupid. So, God.
I got arrested in Mexico once, but did not go to jail because we gave him money. That's what you do.
Yeah, how much though?
It was $100.
Not
And
in
it was,
Bitcoin.
we were on the streets. We were doing Bad Girls Club
It was
Mexico.
Federales. if I
Yeah, it
remember.
was pretty scary. Actually, well, it wasn't scary because we were so drunk, but it was.
Yeah, you guys were.
Yeah, it was. We were doing Bad Girls Club Mexico in like 2012, and it was like the last night we were there, and we were all walking around with double fisting our margaritas because they don't care in Cabo, right? Or I don't know, they used to not. But the biggest rule there is to not pee in public. That's like the only rule.
Imagine
in Cabo.
that. Okay.
And so
But you're walking everywhere. So
Yeah.
drunk people, it's an easy thing for them to arrest people for.
yeah,
that
so
makes
I
sense.
stepped over off the street, and I peed on a building, and then these federales rolled up in these like trucks with them like in the back with like
Yeah.
machine guns. And they rolled up on me and they like arrested me. But then Kevin was there and he was like, no. And he just gave them $100. And
Yeah,
they were
Kevin
like,
and I like stood back and yeah,
and they were like, okay.
here you go.
No, I'd never pee again.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, fuck that.
I mean, we just went along our merry way, but it was nerve wracking there for a second. But yeah, you could have just given them $300.
No, I was stranded. Like, I don't know
Probably
what
less.
Yeah, definitely like $50 probably.
I was so mad because once in the resort, if you test positive, they move you to the side of the resort that has not been redone. So it's very scary over there. Lights flickering. I'm in a hallway alone.
Oh my god.
And like 2 a.m. middle of the night, all you hear is like monkeys scratching.
Oh,
wanted to come in.
Jesus.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you have to like pay for your room for 3 weeks?
Actually, no.
So because you got COVID, so they're like, okay.
No, yeah, it was fine. I would go back there. They were real nice about it.
Huh.
But
They just put you in the monkey wing.
yeah, they put me in the monkey wing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm having like visuals of like Coral was actually in Cuba. Like she didn't know. It's
Honestly,
the part of
that could
Mexico that
happen.
starts with a C by Florida. That's interesting. So, but you haven't been anywhere else then?
No.
Yeah,
I'd
that's-
like to, but
It's
know,
overrated.
my work just keeps making me
I work too hard.
work too hard.
I got too many pinball machines to fix. Yeah, we used to travel for work all the time back when TV shows had money.
Yeah.
But, they don't have money anymore.
Hmm.
So we don't. Or they do, and they spend it on different things, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where would you go on your like perfect vacation if you could choose anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
I really want to go to like Scotland,
Oh,
but then I
yeah.
also want to go to Japan. But I feel like those are trips that I need a full month off.
yeah.
So if you guys don't mind.
No, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I guess going
1 week max.
Yeah. A lot of people went to Japan this last year. It seemed like a lot of people in our orbit. I went to Japan in like 2005. and it was hard.
What do you mean?
It was pre-iPhone, right?
Oh,
So like think about that, like everything you can do with your phone, like getting directions, like asking where people think, translating, figuring out pricing, like that was not a thing.
what a weird time to be alive.
I know. We literally had like a paper map and like a compass. And like before we went there, we like marked places we wanted to go. We had all these guidebooks that we like dog-eared the things. And that's how you like found restaurants, like in these books. It's crazy.
In a book. Ugh.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like nowadays they'd have to print new books every other week.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Joe was the most recent of us to have gone out of the country, right? You were just in Ireland.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
No,
Almost.
it was post-COVID, right?
I don't think so.
Well, how
it was
is
the year we
Ireland?
worked in Spain.
No, you went after.
I went right after Spain. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it
like
was
within a year.
I thought it was like last year, something 2 years ago.
You need to go to bed.
Listen, what even is time? You know what I mean? Like, what even is?
Yeah, I
it?
want to say it was like 2019.
Well, did you
I
like
think
it? Was it a good time?
Yeah, it was great. It
Cool.
was a prearranged trip starting in Dublin, and a small group of us hopped on a bus, did a bunch of like the northern half of the island, and went up the Wild West highway, which was cool. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Very chill. It wasn't like a super formal trip, I would say. I was one of the youngest people on it,
Yeah,
but that was still fun and fine.
that's exciting.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like if I were to go on a vacation, I'm kind of jonesing to do one of those, and I've never even said this to you, but one of those like riverboat cruises.
Oh my God. My grandma went on one of those recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
the Nile.
I don't think you would make it.
I don't think you can do heat.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have a terrifying. I'm like terrified of like big boats.
Oh yeah, I can't do big boats.
Like not necessarily being on them, but being next to them. Like if I'm standing on like the dock and I look up and I see it, I'm like that's gonna fall on me. Like, and it gets me all weird. And then I read there's like some weird phobia about like submerged machinery. I forget what the name is, but it's like you're afraid of like man-made machinery like underwater. And I could see I definitely have that. Like think about like swimming up and there's like a plane underneath you underwater. Can you imagine? It's terrifying, right?
yeah, no, I'm scared of cruise ships.
Yeah.
I
okay.
will not get on one. The whole Titanic really fucked me up. If I won't get on anything if I don't have like a safe exit plan. Like where can I go from here?
Yeah.
And if you put me on the ocean, I'm not a good swimmer.
Did you watch Triangle of Sadness?
Mm-mm.
So
Ooh,
good.
You should watch that.
What is that?
It's a movie. It was out last year, I think. No, it was nominated for
I think it
some
was last
Oscars.
year.
It's about all these rich people on this cruise, and the ship sinks.
Mm-mm, don't like it.
Woody Harrelson's in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else? There was someone else that was like.
Well, it's the guy that plays the boyfriend in Murder at the End of the World.
Yeah, but wasn't there like a statesman that you'd recognize? Like one of who had like a statesman cabin or something?
Yeah, it was in like Damien Bashir, wasn't he in it?
Maybe.
Or something. I don't know. Triangle of Sadness is pretty good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu actually.
Ooh, have you been
Possibly.
hearing
I think
about
so.
those old people that are like not going into a retirement home and they're just paying for a cruise ship that never stops?
Yes, I
And
saw that.
No, they're like assholes.
Yeah, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something, and you just get on a cruise ship forever.
I mean, good for them.
It might be like $500,000 now that I think about it. I can't
Really?
remember. Yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, it's like a never-ending cruise. Can you imagine the people like working that cruise? That's crazy.
I can't imagine there's good medical.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. These big boats though kind of freak me out. Like I've never been I've been on the Queen Mary and stuff like that, obviously, but I've never been on like one of these mega cruise ships that are like brand new and like high what's it called?
Falutin.
Highfalutin. Yeah, that's right. Highfalutin. And it's weird. They have like movie theaters and roller coasters and all kinds of crazy stuff. But it seems like a breeding ground for like germs and like children.
Ew, yeah, children. I'd be throwing
Everywhere.
those little bitches off one by one.
Yeah.
Come here, I see a dolphin. Phew.
Yeah, we made the mistake once of going to the Bahamas, like, and staying at Atlantis when we didn't know any better, and we got there, and it's basically just a giant water park for kids. Gross. And you're like, this is awful.
Oh, that's why it was always on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're like, come on over. We got a bar and a water slide.
That's so much pee. Like, that's all I think
I know
about.
it. I know
Like,
it.
I'm surprised the water isn't just like piss running
Yeah.
around.
Do you pee in the pool?
Hell yeah. I told you where Molly used to work, that guy has a really nice pool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to piss in your pool. Why? You got 12 bathrooms. I'm going to piss right here.
Remind the audience what house that is.
Oh, it is where the Manson murders happened.
The Sharon Tate house.
Yeah.
So Coral here has peed in the pool at the Sharon Tate house.
I'm so sorry, Sharon.
Those reefers out there are gonna eat that up. Yeah, wow. I always pee in the pool too, but like I get a little nervous, so I let a little bit out first to see if it turns blue. And then I just go full on.
Well, wait. So if you're at like a friend's like small pool, I won't pee in my friend's pool.
No.
But if I'm in a big pool, hell yeah.
Yeah. Like
Hell
Vegas.
yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
Vegas pools. Like have you ever been to one of those like ones where it's like packed full of people?
Mm-mm. I've
It's
seen the
disgusting.
above shots that they do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can't.
Yeah, it's
Can't do
awful.
it.
This is really gross. What about you?
Do I pee in the pool?
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that.
If the moment takes me, I don't intentionally look at a pool and go, "Oh, piss in that." But if the
I'll
moment
piss in
catches
you.
me, and the bathroom is more than 20 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh,
let it
wow.
rip.
Yeah. Let her rip.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
It's
Shake and bake.
crazy to me how much though you can pee in a pool.
I will also find an excuse to not be near anyone.
I'm gonna sit in your lap.
Oh, you're gonna
Oh,
warm. You're gonna warm the
goddamn.
immediate vicinity,
Yeah,
huh?
come here, Molly. Hold me. And just me pissing.
We all know that you and Molly piss on each other in the bathtub.
In and out of the pool. What do you
There
think?
we go.
Don't even front.
Eat it up, reefers.
Did you guys ever have a waterbed?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a waterbed too. What a weird thing. What a weird moment in time. Did you ever sleep on a waterbed?
You know, my parents had one at one point, but I never slept on
That
it.
couldn't have been comfortable.
Not only that, but like, I'm nervous when I spill a glass of water on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I better clean that up.
I wonder if anyone's ever like drowned in a waterbed. Like fallen asleep and then it popped and then they
I actually
drowned.
think
Isn't
someone
that
has.
isn't that in a horror
Yeah.
movie where someone like falls through a waterbed?
Yeah, that's like
and,
a Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, it's the people that did the Conjuring and stuff like that. That whole series, the one where he goes to court because he said the devil made me do it. I'm pretty sure there's a waterbed in there and it sucks the little boy in.
We
Okay.
saw the actual stuff from that trial when we went to the Zach Baggins Museum.
Oh, really?
In Vegas. Wasn't it like the rocking chair or something?
Yeah, I forget. It was I forget exactly what that was. That was a wild.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Zach Baggins Museum thing in Vegas?
No, is that the Warrens thing?
Yeah.
Or- okay. No, I've not been to Vegas
It's
yet.
not the Warrens thing. It's like
They
his
just
thing
have.
that he collects all this crazy stuff. It's pretty scary.
That stuff freaks me out. Like that little Annabelle doll that they have locked up.
Yeah.
I think they have a priest that comes in and like blesses it. You couldn't pay me going there. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. I was trying to I've done a lot of research trying to buy like haunted dolls because I was going to get one as a gift once, and there's a lot out there. You can get them, but then it's like, is it though? Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to buy a haunted doll, I want to make sure it's like an actually haunted
Do you
doll.
ever read the descriptions?
Always.
Who's
Yeah.
do you have one that like sticks in your mind?
It's been a minute, but no, they typically like tell you like who's possessed the doll and stuff like that. But you've never searched for possessed dolls to purchase?
No, I mean, no. I don't. Fuck. No, fuck you.
What-
No. Like,
What's your preferred, eBay or Etsy?
Oh, I think eBay is the way to go because Etsy feels like a little bit more of like a maker's market, you know. So like, I feel like if you're going to Etsy with your haunted doll, then you've got plenty of haunted dolls to offload, which makes it seem a little less,
I mean,
you know.
someone's got to make them
I know.
dolls.
Do you get a trial run?
Yeah, right.
It's like, hey, I'm interested. Let me take it home for 2 nights. Or that could be really
You
gross.
know, the Cabbage Patch Kids, when you got them back in the 80s, came with like a Cabbage Patch birth certificate.
Yeah.
Do haunted dolls have death certificates?
Ooh.
I did have a haunted box at one point. Whatever happened to the haunted box?
The Dybbuk box?
No, it's not a Dybbuk box. It's not the Dybbuk box, but we had a possessed box for a minute that I bought in I got it in like a basement of a a thrift store in, where were we?
Missouri, outside the Ozarks.
Oh, outside the Ozarks, and we brought it back, and it was basically, we opened it up, and it was like a old makeup box, and it had a little mirror in it, and it was filled with like all these like dried like things and like old pictures and stuff, and it was pretty spooky. But then I was having I had a reading. From a medium while I was in a haunted room getting tattooed at the Roosevelt by some, I will not name who was doing the tattooing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, she like described the box to me.
Wait,
She's
she
like,
described your box?
she said that you've come into contact with a haunted item, and then she described the whole thing to me.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, this box ended up on a set that we were not very excited about being on.
Yeah.
And then I believe it's in our Smalls storage room.
Do we still have it?
I believe so.
So my thought was, okay, if I'm gonna like, because we were like all nervous about like looking at the mirror on the inside of it because it would like take your soul or whatever. So like we did a set on the stage over at the Ace Hotel. So I put it on the set and then I opened it up towards the audience. So then hopefully the spirit would have just like gone out into the auditorium. But I guess it's like closed now. They had to shut all that down, right? Or the
possessions?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I guess the ghost must have possessed the money right out of that place.
Oh, really? They closed the Ace Theater?
Well, I think the theater might
Missed
be
this.
still open, but the hotel is closed.
Oh,
well, it's your fault. You let the ghost
yeah.
run
You
wild.
let the ghost out.
Yeah. Well, sorry. But yeah. Anyway, maybe if anybody wants to offer up a possessed doll for Coral to take care of, and
Yeah, fuck you. Don't do that.
Yeah, like a little Dalagachi.
A Dalagachi? What's a Dalagachi?
like a Tamagotchi, but with a doll.
Oh, I'm stupid.
That's
Okay.
stupid. No, it's not you, Coral. It's him.
Oh, thanks.
On that note, it brings us to the part of the show where we let Coral, take a couple minutes to kind of talk about what makes her nipples hard.
Lord.
It's when you win a free game on pinball.
Oh, we know. It's called Coral's Corner.
Welcome. Okay, so there is a new champion in the middleweight division. There's Dracus Duplessis.
Ooh.
Well, he was fighting John Strickland, right?
Good for you. Good for you. He only knows that because I was streaming it during our 36-hour extravaganza. People kept asking me for tokens, and I was like, fuck off. It's a free play. Go away. Asking me all these, they were like, we're so happy to be here. I was like, shh. Taking care of business. But yeah, beat the shit out of them. There are some mixed opinions, I guess, about that. I'm
What
sure
are those opinions?
that Nargay is probably going to bring up, but that it was a robbery. Sean Strickland is saying that he got headbutted, which I keep looking back and I don't see it. I think he's just being a little
Wait,
bitch.
you can't headbutt in UFC?
There's no head. I mean,
You
you
can
know
kick
that.
someone in the balls, but you can't headbutt
You
somebody?
can't kick someone in the balls.
can't.
Why not?
Because it's against the rules.
There's a lot of rules in this this no holds bar fighting championship bullshit.
No, but you can't kick him in the balls. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about the women's main event
Can you
because
kick them in the
Oh,
balls?
thank God.
you can kick them in the balls. But basically, that was just two lesbians laying on top of each other, rolling around. I would have streamed that for free for y'all. You know.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, anyways, in the women's department, whatever you want to call that, there's some good news. Holly Holmes and Kayla Harrison from the PFL are going to fight, and Kayla Harrison has been undefeated. I think she's actually lost one, but it's a pretty big deal. Pretty
Really?
big deal.
Oh.
And Holly Holmes is the one that beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey, who was in the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, she was in the
Oh.
Fast and Furious. You're right.
Like
So-
an idiot.
Whoa.
God.
Ronda Rousey had a pretty epic battle scene with Michelle Rodriguez in the high rise of a Dubai high rise, but both of them wearing slit dresses and heels.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one when the car flies out of
Yes,
the building?
and into the
Yeah.
other building.
Okay.
And then
And
out that building and
into another building.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the biggest question I have, I guess, is do you think you would, if given the opportunity, would scissor Michelle Rodriguez?
Fuck you with your scissors. God damn.
Well, now you're familiar with what she looks like since we took a little break so you could look, right?
Maybe. Yeah, she'd have to convince me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
Wow. She'd have to convince me.
Wow.
Anyways, enough of that F bullshit because a
So
lot of
sorry.
people came in and talked about how bad Fast and Furious was.
Yeah, well, the reefers out there have got questionable taste.
Oh no, Jesus, you the real one for that.
What was I gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. It was gonna be really funny though.
Yeah, probably not. But in other better news, March 21st, mark your calendars, everybody. The Roadhouse is coming out
Ooh, baby.
with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Oh,
I do really love Roadhouse, and I'm a little bit nervous about this because Patrick Swayze is just,
Yeah,
that's your Dalton.
He's the goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about Roadhouse 2?
Mm-mm.
No,
No, I'm not gonna watch that.
starring the guy from That Thing You Do, as Roadhouse guys as Patrick Swayze's son.
This is real. No, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, it was Roadhouse 2. It was the guy that I forget. I don't know what his name is, but he played in That Thing You Do. He was the singer.
Mm-hmm.
He was Roadhouse guy in
Oh.
Roadhouse 2.
No,
And
I think I already learned my lesson with movies like that, like Back to the Future 2.
Whoa! What?
Trash.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you get the fuck out of here, Coral. Jesus, Back to the Future 2 is the best one.
What is that? The one where he tries to fuck his mom again?
Oh my God, you're
No.
gonna ask for it. You're treading on
Whatever.
thin ice, whatever the phrase is.
He's a little upset.
I'm all discombobed now.
Oh wait, Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing or Roadhouse? Who wins?
Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse,
Roadhouse?
for sure. Because he
Roadhouse.
roundhouse kicked that dude.
I don't know. What's the other guy's name from Dirty Dancing? He's pretty tough.
I don't know.
It's probably Dalton too.
Is it Baby?
No, that's her name.
Nobody but Baby in
Oh.
a corner.
I just saw that for the first time fairly recently.
Roadhouse?
No,
Dirty
no.
Dirty Dancing?
Dirty Dancing.
So what did you think? Because Molly never saw it, and I got really embarrassed showing it to her.
Really?
And I was like, "This did not hold up." I was like, "Oh my God."
It holds up better than like Ghost. Have you watched Ghost recently?
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. Like, I mean, like Whoopi Goldberg brings it for sure. Like she earned
Yeah.
that Oscar, but everyone else around her is terrible. And the movie itself is pretty bad. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't do it. I do like to go up behind people while they're playing pinball, like I am in Ghost, and going, "Here you go."
There you go, there you go, baby. I did just watch Jaws for the first time last week.
Yeah.
And
It was good. It was No the Meg.
I do love the
It's the
Meg.
third time I've workshopped that
I
joke.
know, and it's dry every time.
Different audiences. You gotta try it out. Shoot. If there's one thing I've learned from my very good friend Patton Oswalt, you got to workshop that material, my friend. You know.
You should talk to my grandmother about the Meg. And this is not me kidding.
Yeah.
Watches it probably 4 times a fucking week.
What?
She loves the Meg.
Oh,
she
God.
she watches 3 movies in a row: the Meg, San Andreas with The Rock,
Oh my god.
and The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh.
On
She and
repeat.
Tammy got to like
Yeah, and
rent a
Joe.
theater.
Yeah, I think they could just hang out and knit and watch those movies over and over again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Meg 2 yet.
No, the Meg, the first one, I thought it was great. Obviously,
You thought it was great, but you won't watch Fast and Furious.
What is that?
Wow.
Room.
Wow.
We're gonna need to add one of those sound effects.
Vroom.
That's crazy. Now I'm sad. Anyway, this has been Coral's Corner.
Bye.
That was an interesting take we got there. I'm so glad that we learned so much about UFC. I was really rooting for Dragos Duplessis, but Sean Strickland came around in the end. And
What are you fucking talking about?
did I get it right?
No.
Shit. Shit. What you'll learn about me, Coral, I'm going to learn everything there is to know about UFC, so I can just like spin circles around you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. I used to know nothing about comic books when we opened this place.
And you still
And
know.
I still don't.
Almost.
But I can fake it. Oh my god. What else do you guys want to talk about? Should we talk about Coral's shirt right now? Real
It's
quick?
pretty.
Oh,
I
what
mean,
is
it's
it?
UFC shirt, right?
Basically, so it's a Meth Syndicate shirt, and it says Wrangler on it, and then above it, there's all these gentlemen that are
Doing what?
doing
Wrestling.
each other.
Wrestling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
That's that's wrestling.
yeah. It's an emotionally charged shirt.
They look
in
pretty
my
emotional.
opinion.
There's a lot of vulnerability.
Yeah, there's. I could smell. I can
You
smell
the shirt?
not like what like not the shirt itself. I'm sure it smells
The
fine.
seam.
I'm sure it smells like Axe body spray, which is what Coral wears.
you. Do not tell people that.
Sorry,
no, I do
too
not.
late. It's out there. I've seen Coral spray that Axe body spray right over her training bra or whatever she wears.
Cut the mic. We're gonna.
I meant to say sports bra, but it came out training bra. Anyway, it smells like going back to Amsterdam. I went to this gay bar in Amsterdam that just smelled like poppers and farts.
Is that the one where they pee on you from the bottom?
No, that was that was not a real place that we went to. That was a myth we heard of a gay bar in Berlin, where the I won't go into too much detail.
Well, everyone could see the shirt, but Jeff won't let me wear it.
I know. I would.
Too much.
Old me would.
Too much penetration.
I know. I already got in trouble for having too many dick tattoos.
Yeah.
So
well, you
How
have
many
a
dick
lot of them.
tattoos do you have on
4?
you?
Didn't we count 4?
No, I only have like 2. Oh, the 3.
I think it's 4.
Maybe. No, I think it's 3.
Donald.
Yeah. Ghost.
Ghost.
The bear.
Bear. And isn't there
Whose pee-pees are you getting on you?
I think there's one more.
I don't know.
You
I
don't.
forgot.
You just give them names.
Yeah. No, they're not like just tattoos of dicks. That would be weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. It'd be weird to have a dick on your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Brillo head. Get on
Whatever. My God. I got to get tattooed. Anyway, well, thank you for joining us. This has been the Revenge of Podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Shh.